Here's a segment from a recent Gun Talk radio episode. You can listen to all the Gun Talk radio podcasts however you tune in, or check out guntalk.com for more. Ben is called in on 5 out of Bossier City, Louisiana. Talk about ammo and availability. Ben, what's your take?
Well, Tom, this is earlier in your program, but I was listening to one of your callers trying to, I wouldn't call it complaining. I thought he was trying to sound the alarm about the availability of ammunition. And if I heard you correctly, you tried to pass that off as, well, it's according to the store and so forth and so on that you're going to. Listen, it's not according to that, Tom. It is according to what the stores are apportioned by what the federal government will allow them to have and allow us to purchase if you're in line an hour before they open. I don't like it when people try to varnish over the hard, cold facts.
Well, I haven't heard you give me any facts yet. I've heard you make a couple of accusations, and I don't know. So I'm going to ask you the hard questions here. How do you think the government is apportioning ammunition?
Kind of like the same way they did 22s 3 or 4 years ago. Do you recall that shortage?
Never happened.
Well, I just say this. It happened where I live.
Well, what I'm saying, you may have had a shortage, but it certainly had nothing to do with the government cutting down on it. I mean, this is simply a case of supply and demand. This is a really easy thing to understand. Well, you should go to the ammunition companies like I do, where they're running 3 shifts and cranking them out as fast as they can, and then they're shipping them out to their distributors or to their dealers. There's no government intervention. There's no government throttling of ammunition whatsoever. None.
Oh, not much. There's a bill out there to put a 100% excise tax on every round of information that is being sold. Surely you are aware of that.
Well, that's called bait and switch. Now, you're not. So you want me to talk about something else, but you don't want to defend yourself when you say that the government is restricting ammunition. I'm telling you, it's not.
Okay. All right. May I try to defend myself?
Go for it. I'm ready for it.
There is no way on God's green earth, no matter what kind of a gun bill these idiots in D.C. try to put forth, they're never going to come knocking on your door at 3 a.m. and saying, they got a list. I see where you bought this, and this. We're here to confiscate them. They're not going to do that. I mean, I wouldn't, more especially if I had a family. What they're going to do is systematically dry up the availability of ammunition.
I don't disagree with you that would be a goal they would like to do. What I'm saying is that's not happening now. That's not what's going on with ammo shortages right now. And you seem to think that somehow the government's putting its thumb on the scales, or they're putting a throttle on it, or they're slowing down ammunition distribution. And I'm here to tell you it's simply not happening. I talk to all the ammo makers. I talk to all the distribution systems. There's no government intervention. There's actually not even a role for government to play when it comes to ammunition here.
Not yet.
Well, that's my point. I mean, you're saying it already is, and then when I tell you it's not, then you say, okay, but not yet. Maybe in the future. Now, let me ask you this question. I got a question for you. What are you doing about it?
Well, I've made, I don't do one of those WWW things to my representatives. I write them letters. Okay, and
That's good.
I have written every one of them that I know that represent my constituency, and then even went out on that even further to people that I thought would maybe answer my question or at least entertain the fact that maybe something is artificially being done out there to limit the amount of ammunition that American gun owners can get their hands on.
Okay. I hope that I've been able to put that to rest. That is not happening. This is a dream or a nightmare or a fantasia. I don't know where this is coming from. It's not happening. That's not what's going on here. It's not a government plot. It's not government action. It's not government slowing it down. It's not government rationing. It's not any of those things. It's 8 million new gun owners last year. It's all of us buying, instead of what we need for the next month, we're trying to buy what we need for the next 10 years. And the market cannot supply that. The gun makers cannot supply that. They can't make that much ammo. And as a result, every time it hits the showroom floor, we grab it all and take it home. So instead of there being ammunition in stores, there's ammunition in storage. It is sitting in our closets, in our basements, in our garages, in our storage units. There's plenty of ammo. It's just that we bought it all. And we're buying it all. The government's not doing anything here. Not that there are not people who would like to do that. I give you that. And when I say, what are you doing about it? What I actually mean is, do you belong to the Second Amendment Foundation or the Citizens Committee or the Firearms Policy Coalition? Are you sending any money in? Are you contributing anything? I mean, like I say, you're either on the sidelines or on the front line. I mean, sitting on the sidelines doesn't do any good. We've got to get involved.